Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest Verbatim live stream. We're really excited to have you all joining us today. We haven't been here in so long, and we've really missed this interaction that we're able to have with this amazing interpreter community all over the world. We're really happy to be here with you guys. For those who haven't been here before, my name is Paula. I will be your host tonight. And I'm joined by some great folks who are part of the Verbatim team. We have a few other people who are part of this team, and it's just too many people to bring all at once. So we'll have a great part of the team with us tonight. And we're just really happy that you guys could join us. If you guys are having any issues with audio, if you can't hear us, please feel free to let us know in the chat. It's always great for us to hear feedback from you guys. So if there's any issues, if you can't hear us, please let us know in the chat. But I'm looking through it and I don't see anything, so I think everything's okay. So yeah, as we begin, I'd like to introduce the team. A lot of you guys who work with us directly already know many of these people. But today we have with us Miss Ana Arias, who is our Interpreter Relations Manager. We have Mr. Alexis Morales, who is our Workforce Manager, and Mr. Rudy Lewis. I always put your name backward, Lewis. Sorry. Louis Rudy, who is our recruiting manager. So we are really, really happy to have a little bit of our team here with us. And I'm just going to take a little pause for a second and let each of them just kind of do a quick introduction. Let us know your language pairs, kind of your your history in terms of interpreting, how long you've been interpreting, something brief. You don't have to go too into detail if you don't feel comfortable. I know it's always nerve-wracking whenever we do these live streams, so bear with us, guys. And then we'll go a little bit more in depth later on into what each person does here at Verbatim. So, Anna, ladies first.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Again, my name is Ana. I am Spanish. My role here at Verbatim is Interpreter Relations Manager, and I have been a Spanish interpreter for over 25 years.
Yes, Anna brings a wealth of experience, and we're really, really, really fortunate to have her. So we're going to move over to my friend Rudy next, and we'd love to hear a little bit about you. I think we might be having a little bit of technical issues. So Alexis, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hello everyone. Nice to be here. Yes, as you know, my name is Alexis, and my role here is operation manager. My language pair is Spanish, and I have been as an interpreter for almost like 10 years.
Yeah. And Alexis brings such a wealth of experience in the admin world. We're really, really fortunate to have him, as well as the interpreting skills that he brings to the table. My friend Rudy, can you hear me? I think Rudy might be having a little bit of trouble, so we will get back to him in a little bit. But he has a wealth of experience. Can you hear us now, Rudy?
Yes. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything.
No, that's good. You're good. You're back. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience, your language pair, what you've done in the past, and then we'll jump in.
Certainly, of course. Well, my beginnings were at Language Line back in 2007, where I quickly become a all-call interpreter within a year. And at the same time, there was an opening for the training department, and my rating was good, so decided to bring me on board. And from there, I started working as a trainer. Then I became a lead trainer, then a certified trainer. Then obviously there was a business decision by Language Line, my previous company, to close where I was located. So After so many years, I ended up in working for another different company for about 5 years. After this company also closed, I started working for Verbatim.
Thank you very much, Rudy. I apologize, guys. My computer just kind of glitched and my camera went away, so I'm gonna fix that in a second. But I don't want to stop to fix it, so we're just gonna keep moving a little bit while I try to get
I think
everything
we
back
lost.
on board.
You have to submit a ticket.
Yes, I do. I have to submit a ticket to I think to Alexis. Alexis is good with all the tech stuff, so I will be submitting that ticket. All right, guys. So just to give you guys a little bit of information on what's been going on here on our end. I know that you guys probably feel, for many of you, like we dropped off the face of the earth. We had been pretty good about coming to you guys with these live streams at least once a week. And it was something that we really enjoyed, being able to come in and communicate with the interpreter community and give you guys updates and let you know what was going on, what to expect. And then all of a sudden, we just stopped, right? And I know a lot of interpreters felt like maybe we had ghosted everybody, like we had kind of abandoned our interpreters and those who were following us. And so we just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of information, background information on what was going on. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we started out as a professional association for interpreters. Our goal at the time was to be able to bring interpreters a lot of the support and resources that are missing currently in the industry. So things like education and training programs. We created a community, which right now we have over 1,200 interpreters. We're so excited about that. That has forums where interpreters are able to engage with each other. And we were really looking to work a lot on advocacy. We were reaching out to many LSPs, talking to them about kind of the state of the interpreting world at the moment, of the language services industry, the things that we were seeing, a lot of interpreters being laid off, a lot of interpreters seeing pay slashed, all of the buzz around AI. There was just so many things that were going on, and a lot of it very challenging. And Ina, my partner, and I, at the time, it was basically the two of us, along with a couple of other people, Excel and Michelle, who were supporting us as we built this interpreter association. And through the course of that, as we were doing these lives and we were reaching out to language service providers and saying, hey, this isn't really good for the industry. This isn't good for clients. This isn't good for interpreters. And we started really sharing what our vision was. And through that, we actually had LSPs looking to partner with us, and to have us work as vendors and to have us be the ones to supply interpreters to them. This was not something that was in our plans originally. It was not something that we had really thought to do. But when the opportunity came up, and having had a lot of conversations with a lot of different companies, we kind of realized that we weren't going to be able to bring the changes we wanted to see in the industry without kind of getting our hands dirty, so to say, and just really come in and hiring interpreters and being a vendor in that space. It just, that door offered us the opportunity to really put our money where our mouth was, to really put into practice everything we were saying we wanted to see other companies do. And so when it came along, we decided to take it. And we started working with a few companies and started to, slowly build up that vendor side. And then we had a very large push when one of those language service providers asked us to bring in a couple hundred people in a very short amount of time. And it was a mad dash scramble. And we kind of put everything together very quickly, and we had to have all hands on deck. And that's when we sort of fell off the face of the earth. And so in the couple of months that have ensued since then, I think we're looking, about 3 to 4 months in at this point. We've just really been focusing on ensuring that we have a company that's solid, that is able to support our interpreters, that's able to um, really start to bring the change that we'd like to see. And it's been really good on the one hand because it has allowed us to bring in a lot of interpreters. But on the other hand, we have had some of the things that we had promised you guys kind of fall by the wayside, right? So things like the weekly live streams, yes, but even more importantly, our crisis care course, which we hoped to be a lot further along with. It's a free course that we've been offering on the Verbatim education and training platform, and there are many more chapters to come. It's going to be a really great course, but that kind of really slowed down, as well as the community, right? We're not as engaged in the community, in the forums, on our platform. We're not really reaching out and having those daily interactions that we would like to have. And the reason for that is that one of the things that you'll find with Verbatim, we're not a language service provider ourselves. We are a vendor. As a vendor, we don't always have the ability to do everything that we would like to do in terms of rates and in terms of support, but we are trying to do the best that we can within that vendor space. And so one of the things that are really important to us is that we pass on the majority of, or as much as we can, that we put that into interpreter pay. And because we're putting so much into interpreter pay, we work with smaller margins. And so we don't get to have the really big teams to get as many things done as we would like. And so it's been a juggling act of kind of having that interpreter advocacy side, that interpreter professional association side, as well as this vendor side, and trying to make everything work in a way that we can still be supportive and offer fair pay and offer as much as we possibly can within the current climate, which is a very difficult climate. And so it's just a little background on what's going on our end. And so that I'm not the only person talking, and also so that I can try and fix what's going on here, whatever it is that's going on here with my camera. I want to just focus a little bit on the team that we have here with us today. And with that in mind, I wanted to start out with Miss Ana Arias, and just have you give us a little bit of information on your on what you do each day. You are such a supportive and steady presence for the interpreters who work for us on a day-to-day basis. You are the person that they call anytime they need to talk to someone about anything. And so I'd love to have you share a little bit about what your role is and how you support the team each day. Anna, I don't know if you're...
Yeah, I don't see Anna.
Yeah, I think we lost Anna. So Alexis, can you tell us a little bit about your experience at Verbatim, what you're up to, and just all around what you'd like to see and what you're helping us to build?
Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm really happy to be here with all of you right now. For those who don't know me, my name is Alexis. I am the operation manager here at Verbatim. And I want to take a few minutes to share what we are doing right now, what's happening right now behind the scenes. Right now, one of our biggest priority is to develop, medical training because for our interpreters. We truly believe right now that a well-prepared interpreter doesn't just make a difference. Okay. They are the difference because when it comes to providing safe, accurate, and compassionate care in medical calls, that's why we are working a lot in preparing this type of training for them. That's why we are investing time, energy into building training programs that empower, interpreters with the skills and the confidence they need to handle every single complex interpretation. At the same time, we are also working extremely hard to make sure that every interpreter is placed in the schedule that reflects both our client needs, interpreters availability. That might sound simple, but behind the scenes is a very complex puzzle that we are constantly managing because we're trying to work out carefully, reviewing the data, performance, availability to make sure that every shift is covered. We're also ensuring that our team members are supported and not overwhelmed. And we know that sometimes, but we're trying to get into that point. And look, we know that we're a young company right now, but we're okay because every day we identified where we can do better and we're acting on it. And whether it's a technology, communication, support system, day-to-day operations, we are growing and we are improving. And the most important part, we're listening. So, to all of you that are watching, thank you. And thank you for being part of this journey with us and for your patience. Your feedback is also very important. So, we are building something meaningful at Verbatim. So, we're proud to have you with us. Thank you so much for being part of this great team.
Thank you, Alexis. And yeah, it's really neat because I think, everybody here has worked both sides of things, right? We've worked as interpreters and we've also worked on the admin side. And obviously now we're working admin, but I think what we're trying to do at Verbatim is, and this is especially for both those who work for us now and maybe don't work for us, but are watching and would like to work with us, either as an interpreter or through the professional association to help, with advocacy and other programs for interpreters, or with, education and training, or just being part of a community, right? Getting together with other interpreters. It's often such a lonely profession, and being able to just talk to each other on our platform. But we're really trying to build kind of what we wish we'd had through the years. I've interpreted for over 30, 35 years now, both professionally and not, but in volunteer modes. And there's so many things that I wished along the years that I had, right? Support, getting to know other interpreters, being able to exchange ideas and talk about maybe difficulties that I had, access to education and training courses, which we give for free because we believe it's so important and vital, as Alexis said. And so we're really trying to build a company that we would enjoy working at as interpreters, and that's something that's really important to us. And I think Alexis does a great job of doing that with everyone who works with us. So, Anna, would you like to tell us a little bit about, your day-to-day work? You're such a steady presence for the interpreters. We'd love to hear a little bit about your role as interpreter relations. Obviously, this isn't just for people who work for us. This is also for those who don't work at Verbatim, but maybe want to have an idea of what our mission, our goal, our values are. So just, let us know what you do and why you enjoy it so much.
And cheese freeze.
I think I lost Anna again.
There she is.
The
There she is.
connection is not great today.
There she is. There she is.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep moving. We'll keep it moving. We'll come back to Anna. I'm having storms here where I'm at as well. So I think it's just unstable all around. And I think Anna said she's having some storms at her end as well. So all
Thank
right.
you.
Oh, there you go.
Hello, guys. So sorry. There's a storm where I live and my internet is glitchy, so I apologize.
That's okay. Oh, I think we lost her. That's okay. That's all right.
Maybe you
We'll
also
we'll,
have
we'll get we'll get on it back.
you have to
Um,
fill out the form.
she has to
That's
submit a
our
ticket.
audience.
That's it. That's it. Rudy, let us know a little bit about what you've been contributing, your experience, and maybe even let us know, like, if somebody would like to join Verbatim, what are some tips you can give someone who maybe wants to join Verbatim, or somebody who just wants to come, to become a professional interpreter? What are those things that a recruiter like yourself looks for? And yep. I think you're muted, Louis.
Oops. How about now? Oh,
Yes, you're on now.
right. So I first want to thank all of you that has submitted your application, and I apologize if I have not replied to you on time, but it's just that recruiting is not easy. The first thing that you need to do if you want to become an interpreter is to learn. You can go through our courses on YouTube, try to learn terminology. But after you achieve that skill, it doesn't stay there. You have to keep upgrading, like they say, yourself, because there are new procedures, new treatments, new medications. So it's a constant learning process. When I look for interpreters, I looked on their experience, um, their achievements in terms of certifications, because certain clients require certain type of certifications. So depending on that, that's what I look for. But mostly, I look for people that have personality and that are able to get the message across without changing any of the meanings. So that's what I do. I collaborate. I work together with Anna and Alexis and Paula, well, actually everybody. But like I was saying, recruiting has been a very nice step up for me here at the Radom, because I was doing it before, but now it's like everything is on me. So, so I'm juggling it, like I just said, and having fun. That's basically what it is. Tackle all the problems as they come.
Yeah, and I think we have a very good problem, and it is a problem because honestly, guys, you know, we would love to be able to hire every single interpreter who applies. We see a lot of companies out there, vendors, BPOs, unfortunately, paying interpreters very, very low wages, and wages have gone down, I think, across the board in the industry. They're much lower than any of us would like them to be at the moment. There's so many things going on right now, from a lot of the things happening in the political climate, a lot of these clients and hospitals and just all across the board, right? Government agencies, schools, they're not getting the funding that they used to get for interpretation. And so that's having a big effect. And we are seeing wages go down. Everybody knows, AI, it's something that a lot of companies are investing in, and that's also driving wages down. And so the climate is a very challenging climate right now. And unfortunately, there are a lot of companies, vendors, BPOs out there that, they don't have a problem taking, 50, 60% of whatever comes in to them for themselves, and giving the interpreters a very, very, very small share. And so, we hear from interpreters all the time, hey, I really want to work with you guys. And the problem that we have right now is that so many of you are reaching out. And it's a great problem to have on the one hand, because it's great that you guys put so much trust in us and you're trying to come and work with us. But it's also a difficult problem to have, because we would love to be able to just say, yeah, everybody come on board. We want to treat you guys super well, support you guys, pay you guys fairly, offer you guys these free courses and trainings, and just give you all of the support that we can, because we really do love our interpreters, and we really want to be able to do that for as many interpreters as possible. And so if you're not hearing back from Rudy right away, just please know that the demand has been very challenging on him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If there, in fact, there are many people that now that I'm reaching out, they tell me, "Oh, you never answered to my email," but and I apologize for that, guys. Not
Yeah,
because I don't want to, it's because it's sometimes it's overwhelming, and I have to go and I have to be fair and do it as first come first serve based on the business needs. So, but
yeah.
eventually we will get to all of you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And yeah, no, and we've been really, really humbled by the support and how many of you guys have reached out and expressed your desire to come and be part of our community. And we're really, really grateful to that. So it's been really great. Um, so I've touched a little bit on some of the issues that we're seeing right now, and it is a challenging time. And I think that that's where a lot of the things that you were talking about, Lewis, comes in, right? Education, making sure that you're getting those trainings done, making sure that you're getting those certificates, that you have those certifications, even in regards to AI, as we see a lot of interpreting companies investing into that. For areas that we have historically as a team worked in the past, which is medical. They're not using AI for those encounters with providers. They may be using it for intake questions. They may be using it for when they do the financial questions, but they are not using that for medical, pre-op. They're not doing that. If somebody's in labor, and they need you to interpret, they're not using AI, and they won't be using that in the near future. And so if you can really focus on medical interpretation, making sure that you're getting your certifications, which we do offer those for free to our interpreters, and more as we grow, we will be offering those things for free to anyone who joins our community on that interpreter or professional association side of our company. And so for those of you who don't know or who maybe haven't signed up yet over on Thinkific, to join our learning platform, we do offer those courses for free. And one of the things we wanted to announce is, as I said earlier, we did have our crisis care course kind of kind of slow down while we were pivoting to take care of these vendor opportunities that came up. But we have brought someone in. We're really excited, who will be introduced at our next live. But he is going to be assisting us in ensuring that we have those courses coming out, every week, that we're talking to you guys on the platform, that we're keeping engaged in the community, that you're having your questions answered, that that we're there. And that's really important, because we really do see the challenges, we see the changes, we see what's coming, but we also see that for those who focus on medical interpretation, for those of you who get those certifications, those of you who have those certificates, there is still opportunity out there. And that's something, we'd like to be a bridge for you guys in that regard. So does anyone else have anything that they'd like to add to that?
I think that Anna is asking to. Yeah, she's in again. She's
All
with us,
right.
and there she is.
Hello. Hi guys, I'm sorry.
You're
Hi
good.
guys, I am so sorry. I've been having internet issues today. Well, just to describe my role, I am a bridge between interpreter and administration. Everything that has to do with recruiting, onboarding, whatever questions might arise at any given day with regards to training or QA or whatever. Many of you know me. I try to answer each and every email or message in a timely manner. And I just basically everything has been said. I just want to thank all of you for the amazing job that y'all are doing and for being patient with us as we grow verbatim into what we all want it to be. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. And Anna is great. I mean, the interpreters love her. They're always reaching out, always asking questions, always because they know that she's so great at getting back to them and just being, like you said, Anna, that bridge, right?
Yep.
All right. So we're trying not to be too long today, guys. I know in the past some of our streams have gone way too long. So we just really did want to come out here, let you guys have an idea of what's going on, get you guys to know a little bit of our team, a little bit of what's going on in terms of our where our focuses have been while we've been a little bit more quiet than usual. And we just want to let you guys know that at Verbatim, our mission has not changed. It's still to advocate for interpreters, to provide meaningful education and training, as well as to build a workforce that is ethical, highly skilled, and deeply respected. We're not a traditional interpreting agency. And even though this what we want to see will take time to build. It's not going to happen overnight. We want you guys to know that we're invested in it. We're invested in making a difference for you guys. And all we ask from you guys is that you guys have that same investment. So as you come along and you work with us, that you will be the kind of interpreter that our clients want to see, be the kind of interpreter that a patient wants to see, be the interpreter you wish your mom would have if she were in the ER, right? Be the interpreter you wish that your child would have if they didn't speak the language. Be the interpreter you wish, for the people you love. And just if you keep that in mind in every encounter, in how you treat the people you're interpreting for and how you treat the clients, how you act ethically by taking the calls and staying on call and making sure that you follow protocol. I think that, the same way that we're trying to build the kind of company that any interpreter would love to work at, as interpreters, it's important to be the kind of interpreter that we would want for the people we love the most. And so I think that if we both come together in that way, right, on our hand, on the administrative side, trying to build that kind of company, and as interpreters, trying to be that type of interpreter, focused on education, focused on getting better every day. If we come together in that way, I think that we can really make a difference in this industry and we can be the change that we want to see. There is always room for people who are hardworking, who are diligent, who are professional, who do their best. There's always a space for that. And as things maybe become more challenging, as new technology comes in, it is the interpreter and the interpreters and the companies that really focus on quality and care and having a great culture that are going to survive and are going to thrive. And so sometimes when these things happen, like what we're seeing in the industry right now, it's a shakeup and it's scary. And there's people out there who love to preach doom and gloom. But a lot of times when these things happen, it helps to strengthen the people who are really trying to do their best. And I think that if we do our best together, it's not over for this profession. And I think we can make it better than it's ever been.
Yep.
So that's sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. So again, we're not going to keep you guys too long. We just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on. I know that in the past we were doing these live streams once a week. That's not something that we're going to be able to sustain at the moment. I hope that in the future we can get back to that, but I think that we're going to try to make it once every 3 to 4 weeks. And hopefully, we'll settle in maybe once every 3 weeks. It may stretch to about once every 4 weeks. And then as we get a little bit more bandwidth and we have a little bit more hands on deck, we can maybe look at cutting that down to maybe once every 2 weeks. And then at some point we might be back
We can
weekly.
invite
But
some
for now,
interpreters too, so they can share their
huh?
experience. We can invite some
Yes.
interpreters so they can share their
Yes.
experience.
Yes. That's something that I would love to do for our next live. is have some of you. So if you have any interest in joining us, in being on the live stream, it's the more the merrier. It's very, I love having as many people as possible here because it is still a little bit nerve-wracking having to do these, and so it's really lovely to have more people to help. So, and if you're enjoying what you're doing, either working for us or using the courses on the platform that we've made free or in the community, or even if you don't, if you're just watching and there's things you want to share and things you'd like to say, and we want to make this an open forum for you guys. So if you're interested, you can reach out to us. I don't know if you've all been to our website. Our website is up and we've published it. It is verbatum.org. So it's going to be verbatum, verbatum.org. And you can go on there and there's a way to contact us there. And you can also contact us at letstalk@verbatum.org. So let us know if you're interested. And those of you who work with us, you can reach out through our internal channels as well. But we are going to be coming to you hopefully at once every 3 weeks. And hopefully we'll be able to do something a little bit more well done, well edited. Like I said, Alexis is very good at this stuff. I'm going to get him to to help us out in that regard. But we're really happy to talk to you guys. We're really happy to be back, and we hope to keep the conversation going. So, any final thoughts, guys?
Thank you guys for being here. See you soon.
Yep. Bye bye. Thank you for being here with us. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And finally, I just want to say one thing. Just know that our goal here at Verbatim is to make sure that you are understood, that you find a community that is safe and that is empowering to you as an interpreter. And let's just keep doing this journey together and keep growing together, and be there for each other because we really do need each other. All right. So have a good one, everybody. Good night.
Night. Take care. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.